I say a couple to the flex they represent for Wayne Global TV. So I say, you know the code in the Wayne Global TV is what fully blessed on 90 days. So I say, yeah man, to the fullest. Yeah man, make sure them log in to Wayne Global TV. So I say, check it out. So I say, one cup of flex. So I say, Wayne Global. When you watch you know, film a plan up and try to put them on it and we head. But man, I live too long, them want Wayne Global fitted. To him juggle so smooth that them want him life for dread. I throw the bank I like the miracle, but we ain't all about the bread. We open up in the ears and no listen when we said, cause we lyrics them so smooth like the linen on the bed. Them one with a fall, we living on the edge, I must say true, make this them. We in Global TV, we are 90, and 90. Who Jaja bless, no man can curse. Give it the Range Rover, uno drive yours. Boom! We in Global TV, to the fullest one cup of excellence, see me?
Good morning, good afternoon from London, and welcome to Faded Roses. If you don't want to be hit by stones and bottles this morning, lay flat or hide round the house back and peep when you hear the back of them stop whoozing past you. But if you don't want to be hit by stones and bottles this morning, because nobody can bully me on social media, you know? And nobody not have no right over me for talk on social media. Me naturally dunce and me super bright. Me own them too there. So nobody can call me down on social media. Me not hungry, me not angry. I'm not bitter. I'm not lonely. Good morning and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning. If you're on the Eastern timeline, good morning, good morning. If you are on the Greenwich main time, it's bright and sunny Monday morning, Monday afternoon at the moment, rather, in London. How is it in your neck of the woods? Good morning to my community of parity and to my family members. Good morning to all my subscribers and membership holders, supporters, commenters. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. Good afternoon to those on the X, the Twitch, Facebook, on YouTube. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. Sunshine, Patricia Matthews, Debbie Jervis, good morning, good afternoon. Michelle Hastings, Annie Smith, Yvonne Johnson, good morning, good afternoon. Good morning, Annie Jones, Annie Smith, Paula Shelley, good morning, good afternoon. Perspective Power, Beulah, good morning, good afternoon. Simone Beckford, Violet Watson, good morning, good afternoon. Wabit and Teacher, Cousin Jamie, Sim, how are you all doing? Wanna say how many not trouble these people, and every day, Trenton over and platform, they mash me up. Yes, me mash you up. Me still have more mashing up to do. Focus on yourself. Keith Salmon, Abina Sudoki. Focus on yourself. Darty Brown. Good morning. Focus on yourself, Trenton. My only failure on record was partnership and teaming up with you. That's my only public failure on record. The boy Davis. When you want beg money, you use my name. Me mash you up, Christine Gilbert. We mash you up with this, with that. What happened to your new faded roses? Why are you fading away? What is happening to you and the landlord? Them take with the extra room there from you where you there do the studio in. What happened to you and your team? Stop bad minding. I'm a standout. I'm a standalone. I don't need to be catched up or geared up or hold up by anyone. I have that independence from young. Stop worry over me. Your father's side of family, none of them don't look left upon you. Your mother doesn't look at you. Your brother from your mother's side don't look at you. None of your uncles from your mother's side doesn't look at you. None of the aunties from the mother's side doesn't look at you. Your mother make it her duty to keep your two youngest sisters out of your influence. Me no lonely. Me no sad. Me have family member when me can pick up my phone and call them. Me have family member when me can turn up at them yard unannounced. I'm not bored. Focus on building yourself and stop focus on me every day. Jason King, veteran, JB, Darty Brown, Marcia Thomas. But because you have that dunce female audience over, yeah, professor, a true professor. Look down on two. Half on over Andre platform can't pick up a book and read it. Half on over it, unapologetically. My only failure was interacting with Andre Stevens. That's my only public failure on record. Me work hard for this, Andre. And you take me and tear me down on social media with lies and propaganda. All because you have the audience to do it like audience is a threat to me. You have more mash up to get. Mash up, not start yet. So you still have to continue to talk. But what I would advise you to do, fix your life. Stop the begging. Because this is one of the things where you use me to do. Is walk and beg every day, Andre. Me not beg. Let me tell you this morning, because I hope I don't know. And because of Andre, why me lose my job in England from December. I know, blood clot know that. Me can't talk because I'm in a high level dispute now. So me can't talk. And me know me I go win just like how me win him. So me can't talk. But me not have to come out here come beg. And me not have to come out here come wheel and blood clot roll in a sorrow. And try to make nobody feel guilty. Me is an independent, stand out and stand alone. A only qualification me have, Andre. Show a qualification you have ever earned. I am a level 7 in the academic framework. I am a level 7 reader and writer. You have not passed level 5 because to graduate from university, you graduate at a level 6 reader and writer. You have not done that. So you're still in a level 4, level 5 mindset, Andre. I'm at the level 7 academically. Get yourself together. Fix yourself and stop focus on me. Every day, they mash me up. They mash me up. Why you don't tell the people how much of that money, that 85,000, we work on YouTube? Why you don't tell those people how much of it you spend per month? How much of it you spend on staffing? I am independent. I don't need staffs. I can work on my own. I've given you a year free service and partner draw. And what you did at the end of it, you crush it because you didn't want me to become a part of it. From the dust I have arisen. You can't draw me down. Me just make you know your narrative can't draw me down. Look at your life. You take one step forward, 10 backwards. Look at where you have gone back to. Why couldn't you keep up this fancy studio you emerged with in January? What happened to you on the stars you emerged with in January? Focus on those things and stop focused on how me mash you up. You know I can mash you up a lot more. I choose to walk away from you and your nonsense. But you and your audience, them sit down over there every day. You and some of your guests, them sit down over your platform every day. Them mash me up. So what? So what? So what? A 3 month me no work, Andre. You never see me come out here come beg. I can survive. I will survive. Me no walk and beg. Me no walk and bring down people. An advice to you. Try to be independent. Try to complete something in your life. You have never done so. Every time you go cross the bridge, you throw away the stick and then you jump off in the bridge. If you're 32-year-old, you have too much start over in life. No advice me, advise him. Advise him. You have too much start over in life. I'm a parent. My foster son will be 26 this year. So I can advise him as a parent. Focus on elevating yourself. Come out of the dust. Try get back on the road of creating content because you're really not doing it. Big source of just a platform, you're not really creating content. You're over there fluff and beg. And just I use songs and advert for buy out the time and night time just to get the little views and the little money for advert and views. Me can't come out here, come chat, all if nobody, no come on upon this. Me independent. Me powerful, something that you cannot be. You always have to be sucking on people's energy to survive. You do not have a school friend that you can reach out to. You do not have a family member that you can reach out to. Those are the things that you need to focus on. How lonely. What happened to you and Miss Claudia? Tell the public. Tell the public what happened to you and Miss Claudia and Josette. Anytime when you hear Andre now call people name, you know there's a bang around. Tell them what happened. Because everybody always do you something, you know. But come out, come tell people what happened. But me not go give you too much of my time because I notice every minute him over there. Me mash him up when every guest coming have to tell them how me mash him up. And some of the wicked guests them sit down in a silent and won't say a lie. The wicked Christian them pan him platform. The dry out cocoa bread woman them pan him platform. Them sit down and help him run the narrative. You know how much of them drunk woman the over Andre page still in a me inbox and them something the same way. You and your galang in them have destroyed a whole brand for me. A clean brand wanna meet me with. Oh no, take it and destroy me. And what did I do, Andre? I got up, I create a new brand, and I move on. You revive partner draw, and it's going backwards. You've just revived partner draw, and it's going backwards. Focus on yourself. Focus on elevating yourself. Focus on determined to learn the way Wayne is determined to learn, where Wayne don't have to depend upon nobody to do anything. Wayne don't have to be at anybody's mercy for anybody to do. I am independent. I am a go-getter. I am a hard worker. I don't sit down and want to be a boss. I don't have the boss complex. I don't have the leadership complex. I don't want to be called boss or leader. Because them something they are mad you. You want to be boss and you want to be leader. And you don't have a family member. You don't have a family member that if you're sick, you can pick up your phone and call them. Not one, Andre Stevens. Not one of your family member. You can pick your phone up and call if you're sick. England or Jamaica, me can turn up my family them yard. Me can pick up my phone and call them. I still have friends, Andre, from Parity Basic School to today. 40 odd years of friendship, Andre Stevens. Focus on yourself and top focus on me. There's work to do in Jamaica. There's work to do in Jamaica. Focus on that and stop focus on me. Be too bright for you. Way too bright. May I forget that off of my chest, people? When Andre over there, I tear me down night after night, week after, I mean, I say nobody rebuke him. I must say one somebody must say call to him last night, and it was Ivan Brown. I miss him lash out at her. So me no want when me talk, everybody feel say me fi swallow all of the heartache in a me crowd. Me a woman picking it too. Blood run through me vein. Some of you couldn't bear out when me bear out on social media. Majority of the time in silence. When chink, mat, hag, and dog are pull me down. Even when they know say a lie. But me go get on with the business of the people. And I want to remind Jamaicans about standing up and their government standing up, or no, their government falling down. Look at Ghana's stance on the LGBT/somewhat issue that we are dealing with as a people, that we have bottled under. Whitestone, good morning. Rena, Rowan Williams, Annie Smith, Colin Jones, Amazing Grace, good morning and welcome. Blue Wave, good morning and welcome. Maxine Cummins, good morning and welcome. Audrey Robinson, good morning and welcome. Georgia Dennis, good morning all and welcome. Noreen Dennison, good morning and welcome. Amazing Grace, Raymond, Kishara Fulton, good morning and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. I hope I have not missed anyone. JamaicanTV.com. Good morning and welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, Miranda Roddup. Good morning, good afternoon, Delroy Henry. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome, OPPS Official. Good morning, good afternoon. I hope I have not missed anyone. But you all know if I've missed anyone, my moderators always keep you all welcoming. Veteran, you're there, Wagwan. But the Ghanaian people, certainly the Ghanaian leadership, certainly not acting as hungry as our leaders are acting. Because the people of Ghana and the leaders of Ghana are more likely saying, Ubuntu, shall I read? To hell with the West and its scandal. But let's take a listen and then we'll come back.
Pass, it would potentially have ramifications on U.S. assistance in the country.
To tell the American people, you either do business with us on our terms or you can walk.
If this bill becomes law, it would certainly have a chilling effect on foreign investment and tourism in Ghana. Should the bill pass, it would potentially have ramifications on U.S. assistance in the country.
I expect Mila to respect the tenets of democracy, and the entire United States government needs to bear in mind that Ghana is a sovereign country. We are opposed to cultural imperialism. Just 2 weeks ago, the U.S. Department of State, when called upon to intervene in Israel, the Israeli campaign in Gaza Strip, said that it was not the position of the U.S. Department of State to intervene in the local matters of sovereign states. Ghana is not the 51st state of the United States. Ghana is a sovereign state on its own. The sovereign parliament of Ghana has passed a bill, and I think that Matthew Miller should be more interested in the loss of life of American children in American schools to gun violence.
You've seen that same chilling effect bear fruit in Uganda, which passed a very similar law in the past.
We're not puppets and stooges of the West. As Uganda's economy collapsed, Uganda is going to have the 6th fastest growing economy in Africa in 2024. And it's just the sheer hypocrisy of America and the West. Doing business with Saudi Arabia and doing business with Qatar. Qatar buys over $1 billion of military hardware every year from America. The punishment for homosexuality in Qatar is death. American businesses that operate in Ghana are not in Ghana because of LGBTQ. They are in Ghana because they make a profit. If you're an American business working in Ghana and you turn $100 million in profit every year, if you think that because we are protecting our cultural values and saying no to LGBTQ, you want to lose $100 million in profit, pack up and go. Another company will come into Ghana and do business. Ghana is a fertile ground for business. Look, Africa must begin to assert our rights. We need to begin to stand. The American economy would not run and the Western economies will not run without African raw material. I think it's time we begin to look at adding value to our own raw material. Why should Ghanaian cocoa and Nigerian cocoa be traded on the New York Stock Exchange and not on the Ghanaian Stock Exchange and Nigerian Stock Exchange? If we begin to assert ourselves, these guys will know that they have to deal with us on equal terms. They're not doing us a favor. We're doing them a favor. The best doctors in the United States medical system are Ghanaians and Nigerians. The best economists on Wall Street are Ghanaians and Nigerians. They're not better than us. We sit in the same classroom with them and beat them every day. Academically, intellectually, we're better than them. But it's simply because we've not asserted our rights as Africans.
So you see what your government is doing to you. That rolling over that your government is doing to you. Charlotte Reed, Carl Barnett, Marcia S.A., Errol Clark. That rollover that your government is doing to you. Your government can stand up, Rosemary Samuels. Your government have negotiating power. But does your government really care about culture? You notice in this whole gender, what you call the word? You notice Babs the Brain silent in the whole gender argument, removing gender in the JCF. And you know, once they remove it, they might go move it other places. O'Neill Gale, Marcia Guthrie over Facebook. How are you? The sad reality is right across Jamaica, there's nobody in leadership or civil society is pushing back on this Western humanity endangerment. Ernestine Butcher, good morning and welcome. That your government is enforcing on you, not something that you ask for. The way law and society interact is that law follows society, society follows law. In the West, them could have changed them abortion and them gay rights law because the social attitude of people changes en masse towards the legislative issue around those two. Sharon Powell, JC. Can our government say to us that socially the mood of the people have become, and I'm not going to say the LGBT agenda, I'm going to keep it to the queer agenda, because most of these changes that you see they're enforcing upon us is the bully queer agenda. It's not necessarily the gay agenda. Knowing how these people operate, it is the queer agenda that they're pushing. The one where you can get up and turn even animal tomorrow, and then tomorrow you snap back into humanity. Your government is not pushing back. Your government don't really care about culture. You hear your culture minister, anybody, attack anything about it? All of them silent. Carlin Jones. They can't do that, Carlin. They cannot do that. You see, you can only bring these assholisms to conquer the people. This is why places like Qatar, Dubai, and those places, they have harsh gay law penalties. And nowhere in the world the US do big deal like those countries. You cannot, though, bully those people because they're not a conquered people. Elaine Turner, we the conquered lot who feel to say black people life will collapse tomorrow if we turn our back on the West, particularly Europe and America. Some of us are really in that mindset that we cannot survive without the West. Corinne Wilson, but I've got news for you. It is actually the West why you cannot survive. And because the West sees that the dynamic on the planet is shifting demographically and everything, they are trying to impose more control on the world. The issue, though, US sanction is a thing of the past. BRICS has overridden US sanction. It doesn't work anymore. There's a go around US sanction. Actually, US sanctions hurt the US economy than, and Russia is a clear example at the moment. The sanction placed on Russia is more devastating to Western economy. Because of how you see the drunk them are going in the West, Patricia Williams. The whole of them still buying gas and uranium from Russia. They cannot dispute it. Albeit, some of it they're buying on the black market, but they still have open uranium and gas and energy deal with Russia. Russia is a thriving country. No matter what you hear, how much country have you seen come together to war Russia? Did they succeed? Are they succeeded? The plethora of fear. And this is one of the biggest conquering part of we. The fear that we reside in is why our government can take agenda from just about anywhere and enforce upon us because one, our government are afraid of their puppet master. And by extension, we are afraid of our government because of their tyrannical behavior towards us. Is there a way out of it, though? Of course, there is a way out of it. Marcus Garvey been telling us long time, organize and centralize. Organize and centralize. Carl, don't you think I've vented effectively just now? Are you? Well, never mind. Because me notice most people don't, everybody want to hold me up in a one high standard. One can't hold Andre up in a, but yet still, the whole honor take him as an Lord and Savior. I don't get it. I don't understand some women. Or I don't understand some people in the social space. Because all of these people were away that tell me, find a better way to do it. Be the bigger person. And uno over there in a silent when him open him mouth. And uno can't talk. And because uno know say me have manners, why uno can't come over here, come talk. Because holy pound if uno even want to talk over there, uno can't do it. But let me get back to the business at hand. Marcus Garvey. And you Jamaicans, you ought to understand how big Marcus Garvey is across Africa. You see how much Woody Maya taught us about Marcus Garvey when he came to Jamaica the other day. The education across Africa when it comes to do with Marcus Garvey is a completely different thing. They know about Marcus Garvey more than us. They live Marcus Garvey philosophy more than us. Because half of we Jamaicans, majority of we don't know about Marcus Garvey. You see, what of these people out here have been who are going like them a warrior for justice and warrior for the cause. It's warrior for numbers and money. You know, if you ask Christ, it's a warrior for numbers and money. Because the amount of big platform holder Jamaicans have, we should have government around and a scatter. If all are we are majority are we, they are dealing with the issues of our country on a daily basis, rather than the mix up. When most are not engaging upon Facebook and upon social media. Them something that would bring we closer together. Look over social media of all the black women you see interacting over social media. Look at how Jamaican women behave over social media. Mary Messenger TV. And every time we up in him mouth, Wayne to find a better way to do it. Wayne must be the bigger person. Wayne know better. Wayne must do better. Me mad just like Andre. Me never see Andre mad certificate yet. Me say mine. So me mad too. But me a decent mad. Me not dirty clothes mad like Andre. Me a decent clean clothes mad. But when I make me talk sometime, me have somebody pick me. Andre get up every day and talk. The Christian get up every day and tell the lie. I mean, I see nobody over there rebuke him. And as me talk truth, everybody want to rebuke truth out of my mouth. Me mad too. For me madness, I not play mad like for Andre. For me madness certified by the British institution of madness. So me mad too. Me know how for mad. Me just not do the dirty clothes madness. Perspective power. That is so true. Perspective power. It is actually so true. And this is where the queer agenda is taking it. Because I refuse to call it the gay agenda because I know how these people operate. I the one them would dress up today in a skirt and beard and handbag and heels. I have to go through this at work. I deliberately at work do not speak to these people. I'm not going to have to try and find out who I should address you at today. I'm not getting involved in it. I will make you an enemy at work because one thing at work, other than on a professional level, nobody can force me to talk to nobody at work. I go in and I do my job. I don't go drink with people. I don't go have lunch with people. I might have one black staff or two we interact with. I don't in a different and company I work. I want to face the rebellious person. And these are the people that is driving that agenda. The ones who want to be pregnant without a womb. The ones who doctor take by this and put on this. And let me tell you something. It's a high level area of confusion, Norman Ferguson. I have the opportunity. I have the opportunity of knowing people on both ends. People who were male and transitioned to female. People who were female and transitioned to male. And what these people do, and I tell them all the while because I'm not afraid to say it, they go back into living after they've come out of the gay closet for years, you know. They go back into a swelter of living lives. Because half of them, especially the men who transform or turn in a woman, don't want to go there and tell people, say, I'm a trans whatever type. So them go there, go fool people. I don't know why. So them a real woman. And that's the confusion under this new somewhat agreement. That if have it their way, that you are going to be interacting and intertwining, where just by communicating with these people, you become automatically confused. It's hard work. The one who transitioned to woman, both sides have to live on hormone tablet and all sort of medication to survive their new life. The issue though, when you understand them, it's hard work. Because the one woman with one woman have to do a whole heap of things, can't get up and just wash his face and walk out a road like me. It's a whole nother level of lies and confusion. But if you want to be that, you're entitled to be. But why though should your government enforce it upon you? Why though should another state enforce it upon you? When the cultural variations are so out there. So I've been trying to put a video in my library, Claudia Hines. There is another show of stand-up across the Caribbean where demonstrations are being held against Mia Motley. Mia Motley, one who I've never trusted, is also branded as a dictatorship by sections of the Bajan people. But I'm hoping it will be ready for one of my later broadcasts today. But so far it has not yet popped up in my library. It would be good to show Jamaicans once more. Nobody no believe in a UNO anymore. Nobody can look to Jamaica as an example, Diana Atkinson, of standing up for what is right. Nobody can look to Jamaica for Pan-Africanism activities anymore. Nobody can't look to Jamaica anymore to be fronting a lot of these civil rights and human rights arguments out there in the world. Because we have to do what America wants. I'm not going to get into this now. I think I will do this during drive time. I'm going to do a East versus West, America versus China's influence. Because sometimes you will listen to me and you think I'm anti-Chinese. I'm not. I am anti the way our government sign deal with foreign powers. Deborah Cohen, good morning and welcome. I'm not anti-China. I'm anti the way deals are signed with our government, with foreign powers, such as China. Yes, Barbados is coming into trouble now too. Because you see, these people took the Western agenda. And remember, Mia Motley also have a heavy majority in a parliament, just like the wicked Andrew as well. Uno notice what there, I don't know why it slipped me. Uno notice what there when the Haiti galang in a Jamaica. When Mia Motley spoke at that summit, most of Mia Motley's argument was about Palestine. I'm not saying Palestine isn't a focus and it should be a focus. But my God, we were dealing with the issue within CARICOM. We were dealing with the issue to do with another brother, another neighbor. And Mayor Motley went on a whole waffle. You see these nice talking politicians, these are the ones to be careful of. Them what you see act like them can stand up to the West. That is a ploy to get more of you on board, to say that's a strong leader. And the minute them get that strength from you, them turn it against you. Isn't that what Andrew Holness did as well? Till the former director of former head of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica is saying this piece of new law where Andrew come in with Wedia, it cannot stand. Another election cannot go through this. Let me take a quick break and I'll join you back shortly. Thank you very much and welcome back this morning. When Mr. Rattigan and the other one them there, me saw no make news again. Diaspora make news again, oh. The Gleaner talk, but Gleaner just like oh. You talk about that, you couldn't talk about the judge. The liar will karate the judge in court. We want to hear about them story that to Gleaner. Who karate who? See there, want to make news again. Parallel diaspora conference to put spotlight on government, corruption, and crime. Want to make news again. Well, that man your name again, Rupert Francis. See that? Boy, I look like the Gleaner against Mr. A parallel diaspora conference have been announced by organizer for the 16th to the 19th, coinciding with the 10th biennial Jamaican Diaspora Conference to be held at the Montego Bay Convention Center. Oh, God of grace. Billed as the first biennial diaspora conference, the organizer, Dr. Rupert Francis, head of the Diaspora Crime Intervention and Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force, and Wilfred Rattigan, said the conference would be held from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. each day. They said that the Diaspora Conference will be held on social media platforms. During the launch of the conference on the 5th, the organizers list the theme of their conference as promise and peace. I disagree with this word, peace. I notice everybody is calling for peace, peace. But what about the word justice? Because we cannot achieve peace without we cross the threshold of justice. So on stop, Mr. Rattigan, join in with them and I use the word peace when it's rather should be justice. We're not going to achieve peace without justice. And we don't like when they come and notice nobody use the word crime anymore, you know. Everybody is about peace. Anyway, according to Francis, the Jamaican Diaspora Conference in Montego Bay is being organized by the Jamaican government and not the people of the diaspora. He further stated that issues of importance to the diaspora are not being addressed by the Jamaican conference. Francis listed among issues to be discussed at the group diaspora conference as government corruption, crime and security, healthcare, and government engagement with members of the diaspora, among others. I'm sure education will also be a part of that discussion. While Francis rather claimed that none of these issues are scheduled to be discussed at the Jamaican Diaspora Conference, it was suggested by the speaker taking part during the April 4th launch in Kingston that crime and security, health care, and investment in Jamaica by Jamaicans in the diaspora will be among the agenda area which have not been officially released. The Jamaican Diaspora Conference hoped to attract some 1,000 people to Jamaica for the conference, along with worldwide audience which will be able to participate in social media platforms. The conference will also have a marketplace where Jamaican-owned business in the diaspora will be able to advertise as well as make connection with similar Jamaican business to increase their sale and visibility. The idea of the parallel conference has drawn mixed reaction from some members of the Jamaican diaspora. Some people who spoke with the Gleaner questioned the motive of the organizer. Let me answer to that. The motive is to bring truth and light to the issues, and not just that, to also bring a solution. And that it is about. It don't have no undue agenda behind it, nor does it have a golden agenda behind it. It's an agenda to do right by the people at home. A source of confusion. Peter Gracie, Global Diaspora Council member for the Southwestern U.S. region, said he was aware of the parallel diaspora conference and suggests that there needed to be a sit down to rectify what is going on. Backside, they look like them own diaspora people now. No one owns the diaspora correctly. So anyone can announce or hold a diaspora conference. But the use of the logo, got mad over the piece of thing by the group hosting the conference is a source of confusion, he said. Then if you want to be confused by a simple logo and not looking at the title and the agenda, then God be with you, who is heading up the southern region of the United States. He said people should not follow the noise, but pay attention to the information coming from the Diaspora Council and the Ministry of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Where come from there? Where I come from there? Were you at the conference? Where they when they carry the whole of them private sector friend them to come get in our pockets? When them a come do them networking, economic networking deal for them and them corporate and them private investors. Oh, you never hear that. You never see that. We don't follow the knives, but pay attention to the lie where Kamina Johnson Smith with a gunslinging deportee husband. So if Kamina Johnson tell we say her husband are not deportee, we must believe her. If Kamina Johnson tell we say her husband not get deported for gun and drugs, we must believe her. Is that what you're asking us to do? Look here. Don't make me start on you this morning. Everyone mean well for Jamaican, but the confusion is not helpful. I want to confuse on yourself. Dr. Alan Cummins, former Global Diaspora Board member of the Southern region, said the organizers were well within their right to organize such a conference, but he would have hoped that they would have chosen a different date from same date. So day by day, them get to break down the lie them and point out the chicanery. What we now go come with. Everyone is entitled to do what he or she wants to do, and I suspect that the conference will not include the agenda of the conference in Jamaica, he said. Cummins said that he is not expecting anything negative to come out of the conference being organized here. Literally, there's nothing, that's the end of the article, but literally there's nothing I will come out of that conference in June, because that conference in June would have set the tone, the launch last Thursday would have set the tone for that upcoming conference in June. And what we saw last Thursday, Maureen Cummins, Carlos Wagwan, what we saw on Thursday was a private sector investors engagement. It was a networking opportunity. It's a pitch for those in the private sector to tell you about their new product and how you can foster more business relationship with them. Not that you are going to be the majority beneficiary. It's about them coming more into a pocket direct garden. It's about them sucking more money out of the diaspora. Starboy, how are you? Country Gal 84, morning and good afternoon and welcome. Marie, how are you? So, Jean Wright, how are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon. If the wholeness regime, previous and successive governments who make that promise to have that fulsome conversation and connection with the diaspora, if your governments and your foreign ministry and your consulates and embassies were listening to the people within the diaspora, not even particularly the issues that affect us at the consulates, It's the issues that we see at home where we know that measures can be put in place to alleviate them. Our government is not responding to us. Our government is not taking advice from us. So therefore, the diaspora who wants to see better happening at home, something more positive happening in our home, upgrade in our healthcare and or education and or infrastructure, a clampdown on corruption and crime. If our government were partnershiping with the diaspora, then there would be no need. If there was meaningful communication, then there would be no need for the diaspora, for a different section of the diaspora to go and do something otherwise, because they feel this Global Diaspora Council doesn't meet the need of the issues that we want to discuss or the issues that we want dealt with in our country. So, hold on there. So who are going to benefit from the conference in Montego Bay on June this year? Of course, the airline and the hotel industry stand to gain from it. Those airline and hotel industry, is that money staying in Jamaica? Are they domiciled in Jamaica? So when you look at even the 1,000 diasporans, they're expecting to fly in to Jamaica for the conference. Who is going to benefit other than their private sector partnership? Yvonne Bradford, good morning, good afternoon. Their same private sector members, those who own airline and hotels, are going to be the biggest feed trainer of that conference. Because we know, so when school lock, John Sinclair, morning. We know, so when school lock, flights go up. So how much does Jamaica stand to gain out of this diaspora conference? We know their friends, their private sector friends, are going to gain a lot. And then, after you spend up so much with them friends who own hotel and airlines, they have another fleet of friends that will have other products that they will be introducing to you in order to profiteer more of you. So therefore, if the people don't see that their government is doing what they want, then by all means, one can go around their government. Remember, you know, in pushing back against your government, Lady J. Love, you have the right to be civil disobedience. Civil disobedience, you can block road, you can lay down in a road You can train yourself to government building. You can go and lock yourself to them gate overnight to make sure none of them not go in there tomorrow morning. Patrick Evans, good morning and welcome. How will you fall for? How will you go rolling? The diaspora, the foreign ministry can keep telling we to come home and invest more in the diaspora, but yet in Jamaica, but yet they're refusing to conversate with us on crime, healthcare, and education. These are the areas that are very stressing for a lot of us in the diaspora: crime, healthcare, and education. Holy power would have come back home, come meet the rough life if we couldn't have improvement in them area there. Because simply someone would just know how to take away and make fashion. Why would you not tell the people them to come do business with a friend them? When you not tell them about the extortion? The extortion where them going to have to pay just to survive. Why you don't tell them the amount of business extortion mash up in a Jamaica? Why you don't look at the issue as to why returning residents have to run back from Jamaica, either because of crime, high cost of living, or a terrible healthcare system? And them something the diasporans want to discuss. Diaspora no want buy nothing more from your friend them. We're not blind. Every time you say something with Jamaica flags or Jamaica color or Jamaica name pan it. If we want it, we're gonna buy it. What we want to know to do is tell we how we and UNO can partnership and we can come together in the diaspora and buy medical equipment, send home to Jamaica. We want to have the conversation with UNO for when we send medical equipment, when we want to send medical equipment, ambulance and hospital bed to Jamaica. People in the Ministry of Health and Foreign Trade and Foreign Affairs now ask we say, how much cut me I get out of that? And if me now get a cut out of it, the bureaucracy now pass. And them something that we want to talk to about. We don't want to talk to about product. We look like fool to. We know if we go buy things when we want it. We can go type in anything in a Google and it there if sell. You know, the people are going to wake up and say, well, I'm not a thief and criminal, you know. I don't know when the people are going to wake up and say the whole are not thief and criminals. Prime Minister, Prime Minister wife, Ministry of Finance, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, MP St. Mary MP, Mama Anita, how are you? I mean, no to say, if done, mix up in the degereg, Bobby Montague in there to because everybody know Bobby Montague as a thief. George Eagle Eye, good morning, good afternoon. The older we know is Bobby Montague, a grand old duke of thief. Mr. Auditor General, I got turn the spotlight on Flight Green and somebody else. I hope which other department I will go back, go search and look. But the Auditor General I got probe Ministry of agriculture and thingy they want another one. So let's wait and see. The hide and seek. Did you know that Edmund Bartlett is family? Is family to who? Simone. Who is Edmund Bartlett family to? But when we can't run any shape. Jesus, poorly help for us. Respond to that. Edmund Bartlett and Juliet are cousin. Kakaboncharias. Edmund Bartlett is the leader of the business of the house. So you would have, if that is true, you would have the cousin as speaker of the house and the other cousin as leader of the house business, and then the husband leader of the. How Jamaica people now run up and down pan road and tear out them here and make noise? Something happened to it. We not just suck up to not understanding what democracy means anymore, or what standing up for your right mean anymore. This is why we can buckle under the Summer Water Agreement. This is why we can buckle under it, because our government nothing to stand up for, because the government says that the people them don't stand up for nothing. Where are we going with this, people? Are you mean that we're just sitting? Do you mean that we're just sitting here waiting to go back into servitude, or to become world's greatest puppet? Jamaica is known as the country, the more chichi rebellious country. But see, your African brothers, them are sure say, we no bag amount. We don't go do it in a song. We do it in a reality, and we do it in a real life. Ronald B., good morning. But I just want to say to another pastor out there, because all we know say Kareem Gegri and Obia work already. And I say Andre start gather saints fear, come and start invite on in church. But me have my eye upon one of the thieving pastor, the Reverend Bev Fransbergen. My problem with you, Bev, the things them where God tell you in a fear sleep, you can create any thriller out of it. The things them where God tell you in a fear sleep, Miss Fransbergen. The revelation, hey, Miss Fransbergen. By Ubuntu, by these shadows. Me not to ask a question. Me have my intelligence for know say which part Andre got church up a Kareem Gegri a Obia walking go on there so. Me already know. Me have me prove them. I would challenge one on to go over that church there. Over Kareem Gegri. And when them turn off camera, hey, ask Miss Claudia about it. And how much time them pint pan her. And she drop a dot. Bishop, hey, go shut up. Bishop Dwayne Campbell. Did you all know that Bishop Dwayne Campbell went there and got his anointing as well, and he has become a bishop, and him healing and prophecy turn up? So me know I hope the Obia walking them are gone, but you, Miss Fransbergen, may research you. Because I don't know much about you yet. But what I find startling is the nightmare vision them where God give you. The vision them where God give you, Miss Franz Bergen, where you can create a thriller movie. We know ladies saw a thief, we established that already. We know ladies saw a play with your mind, we established that already. Glenn Samuels of the West Jamaica Seventh-day Adventist Conference. You are also under my microscope. I don't know if you're Obia Walker, but I know you're a thief, Glenn Samuels. A long time you did your thief offering. But a whole heap under with microscope. Carl Roberts. Whole heap away. Whole heap under with microscope. Because a part of black people, a part of the deep sleep that we have fallen into is because of these offering, craving, religious prostitutes that we have, Brittany Lyon. These are the people that continue to hold you in contempt. These religious wickeds, Andrew. But as me say, Mrs. Prince Bergen, I'm researching you. We established a Corinne Gregory, a Obia woman. We established a lady, a thief. We established Glenn Samuels of the Seventh-day Adventist West Jamaica Conference is also a thief. But we are researching you, Winston Dawkins. Because some of the thing, look, Mark Stewart is just a common batman, my girl. And if you notice that with some of these revival Church of God pastor, there's just some common batman who stand behind a pulpit. Hope on not too blind enough to recognize them something there. That's why I pick them and get caught up in a church. So one of the open on the eye. Open on the eye, on a look too literal. Look, when you're looking, you look through the eyes of your mind. Stop looking through your literal eyes. That's why you're not seeing what is happening in front of you. That's why them can deceive you openly in front of you and you swallow that tainted pill. Because you're looking through your literal eye. Look through the eyes of your mind, people. When you're not tired of the fooling and the fool up. EM, good morning. Cryptic Crow, good morning on the Twitch and welcome. Thank you very much. Stop looking through your natural eyes. You're never going to see what these people are doing to you. What would you say about Peter Chambers? Peter Chambers is just another Obia man. He can go Obia me if he wants. Peter Chambers is just, and you have to be careful of the thus saith the Lord, the prophet, the minute. You don't see the amount of them will just rise up and blow up. So since you don't need a church to become a minister and a prophet anymore, you can just claim it unto yourself and you go. You don't ever hear when this Mrs. Franz Bergen is speaking a tongue, she can go on for a whole day. Does she understand what she tell herself? Say, never mind explaining what the Spirit tell her to tell Uno. This is the trap we're falling into. That's why we can sit down and wait for superstitious God come help we. And rather than the God where the superstitious God where we are wait pan to come help we. Those who gave God to us is now giving sodomy to us. And a country like Jamaica, who stood up against sodomy, who has the, how you call it, the title for standing up against sodomy, has fallen prostrate on our face. by a bunch of gays and cronies, aquarium politicians in the Jamaica Labour Party. We have to recognize Obia people, particularly the one them wanna know say Obia man from St. Thomas. Stop worry about them Jamaica. Let me tell you no. Worry about the one them will come on the altar and the one them will come say, thus said the Lord. Worry about the revival church them. Worry about these online prophetess and priests them. There are awfully good things about the revival church when it comes to African culture. But the demonic, selfish behavior of Jamaicans, especially within the revival framework, we use spiritual work against each other just to hold each other down, just to rise above each other, just to kind of, leadership reign. That one up on screen, she always want to be called Leader Bev. But they say, the nightmare them we gotta give you. Me, I go see if me find somebody to write it in, put it into a thriller movie. Because them thing we gotta tell you, my girl. Then see it, we gotta tell you. Make me scared. So me don't know how you turn up. And I listen to all of them. Every different people where you don't know and I see. But you care about the message to we. China invade America. And the Chinese flag was erected. You don't ever hear when the serpent, I get message from God. God give her some of the most lethal, depressing message to tell us. But because you, the people, are so bogged down in this religion, the batified, fishified religion where white people go now, and up until today, we can't wake up out of it. To see them, the same religion, them rewrite and redo it how they want. One time, woman couldn't go up on them pulpit. Now them I tell you, say, Batman have the right to go up on them pulpit. And holy people, now evaluate alignment to the church and try to understand where this thing is going. Can I access God through my own understanding, or do I have to follow these offering, thieving? Hello, Monica Wills. These thieves and criminals in the church. But when I left them to God, may I pick them up and drag them as and when I feel like it. Because you see, once you're a religious leader or a politician, you are in my zone. I'm a political, social, and legal commentator. So once you come in my zone, it is my zone. Me not talk about careless vloggers. Me talk about people in the social, political, and religious spheres. Adesso are my territory. Adesso are my calling from God. Adesso are my strength. My program is not based on mix-up. But at time we will have to respond to the Dragonauts and the heathen because nobody can bully we and nobody can silence we. We're bad to the core. So I don't want nobody thinks that because me can keep me calm or me can ignore the heathen them that people are going to text it for me every day and feel like them and them audience can calm me down. I'm mad or not mad and on and half mad like me yet. Thank you all very much for being here with us this morning on Global Television. We will aim to bring you later that up against Mia Motley news because it looked like Mia Motley ready to introduce a new form of slavery to the people or want to give away their lands to private investors. And the people of Barbados saying, it is our land. But thank you all for being here this morning, this afternoon. Join us back for our Drive Time London program, where we will discuss further, and hopefully then we'll be able to look at the Barbados issue. Thank you very much for being here on Global Television this morning. We will definitely meet you back here later. Thank you very much and good afternoon.